on the Twitch subscriber Madden franchise. We are almost full with this thing, man. There are only 3 or 4 teams left that have not been used. We go up against the Indianapolis Colts this week. We are 1-1. Now, before we get into the gameplay, we're going to take care of some things that we need to take care of off the field, starting with these contracts. Going to try and sign Brandon Graham and Ronald Darby to long-term deals. We're going to start with Brandon Graham. We're going to offer him 4 years, $10.2 million, $57.8 million in total, and he's going to go ahead and sign. He's happy to sign and continue to play for this great organization. Next up is Ronald Darby. We're going to offer him 4 years at $4.9 million, $30.3 million in total. He said, I like the length of the contract, but that's about it. So Ronald Darby is not happy about the money that we're offering. We will try and get back to him later on. You definitely want to have a good corner in this game. 86 overall at the cornerback position is above average, so Ronald Darby is a guy we want to keep long term. But for now, Brandon Graham's the guy that we're going to get extended. I don't think I'm going to even attempt to re-sign guys like Jay Ajayi and Darren Sproles. I like Jay Ajayi, but I would like a little bit more explosiveness for my backfield. Another note, we are going to we're going to download a draft class because this Madden franchise will go multiple years. It is not going to be a one-year only franchise. So we're going to go ahead and download the 2019 draft class. Nick Bosa is the #1 prospect currently. We'll get more into the prospects as we get closer to the draft, though. I'm just going to do some simple scouting stuff on these guys, and then I'll get you caught up a couple episodes deep into the season. We also went ahead on with our training for the week. You know, we do our training simulation every week, and we have Carson Wentz, Derek Barnett, and my man Jordan Hicks as the highlighted primary 3 guys that we're looking to upgrade. So we got a lot of experience points for pretty much the entire team. Jordan Hicks, Derek Barnett, and Carson Wentz. Hicks and Barnett have the quick development, and Carson Wentz, of course, has the superstar development. I want to get Carson Wentz as good as possible on this game. I want him to be the best quarterback in the game. And speaking of Carson Wentz, look at that. Week 2 NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week against the Tampa Bay Bucks. 21 of 29, 261 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have an interception. He was sacked twice. He had 7 carries for 54 rushing yards and a fumble. So another game with multiple turnovers for Wentz. That's what we're going to try and change today as we look to make our record 2-1.
Coming up, Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts take on Carson Wentz and the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half.
The Colts and the Eagles, we are live from Lincoln Financial Field in South Philadelphia. The boys are ready to go. Both teams are ready to come out of the tunnel. Wentz is going to burst up there and lead the guys. Indy comes out. Wentz, Barnett, going to lead the boys out. Carson Wentz looking good. As stated, we have been turning the ball over a lot. That is my fault, not Wentz's fault. He's having a catch here with Dallas Goedert pregame, making nasty one-handed catches. Last week, Dallas Goedert had 5 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown. Zach Ertz was the go-to guy in the first half of that Tampa Bay game. Dallas Goedert was the big go-to target in the second half of that game, and he ended up coming up with a clutch touchdown, and we ended up taking the W. So Dallas Goedert, another highlight player as we jump into week number 3. We're going to hop in here. 2nd and 10 on our first possession. The Colts got 3 points. Went in there and got a field goal their first drive. We're going to start with a stretch from Ajayi. I didn't time the turbo right. We ended up getting tackled for 1 yard. So 3rd and 9 now. Going to get outside the pocket with Wentz. Tried to roll out, create some space. Didn't happen. We got tackled for a 2-yard loss. That did qualify as a sack. So now it's 4th and 11, and we're going to go ahead and punt it away. It's a pretty good punt, but it bounced into the end zone by just the yard. So the Colts are going to go ahead and take over, and they have already marched down the field. They're at the 44-yard line, 3rd and 2. We're going to get a big sack here. Nigel Bradden comes in, untouched, blows right through and tackles Andrew Luck for the sack. That's going to give us the ball back after the Colts punted down the field. Now we're going to have Zach Ertz across the field. First play of the drive. That's a big chunk to get things going. Now we're going to run a little play action here. Looking for Zach Ertz again, but the play broke down a little bit slow, and we end up taking the sack. It's now 2nd and 20. Looking to throw the ball down the field. We do get Jeffrey for about an 11-yard gain, but there's a flag on the play. Madden is in sync with real-life football. That is going to be a holding on Zach Ertz. 10 yards. That makes 2nd and 29. Let's try and at least cut it in half here and get close. We have Jeffrey out wide. Aguilar sitting in the slot. We're going to find Zach Ertz, or at least we thought we were going to find Zach Ertz. We threw it to the wrong shoulder. It gets deflected. We're lucky that wasn't picked off. So now 3rd and 29, we're going to chuck it up, and Nelson Aguilar makes a play, gets tackled in the logo at midfield, 46-yard line. That is a huge first down to go into the second quarter. We're down by 3, so we need to score. We try a screen on first down there. Doesn't happen. It ends up being an incomplete pass. It is still 10 yards to gain, second down. Try and run the ball again on that stretch to Ajayi. This time, got the turbo down. Did a jump cut at the worst possible time. Should have hit that hole for a first. It ends up just being a gain of 4. Now we're going to hit Corey Clement over the middle. I like that play on 3rd down. Line Corey Clement up as the fullback. Get him out of the backfield across the middle. Steal some yards. Later in the drive, 2nd and 3, we find Zach Ertz in the flats. He's going to get a first down. That's a gain of 15. Brings up another first down now. Thought about running the ball here. Did not like the look, so we're going to audible out into a verticals pass and see if we can get the ball up and into the end zone. Jeffrey had a one-on-one opportunity there, but I figured I would just take the first down. I've been throwing a lot of picks with Wentz over the first couple of weeks, so I'm going to try and be conservative here. Take some time off the clock. We take the first down. 1st and 10, Jay Ajayi only gets a 1-yard gain. We're going to come back out, and we're going to pass. We're down under 3 minutes, approaching the 2-minute warning of the first half. We have a couple guys going across the field, and Mike Wallace is open in the back of the end zone. Mike Wallace, the newly signed free agent. He is unfortunately out for the year with an ankle injury in real life. But on the Madden franchise, he comes through with a big touchdown to give us the lead. And we're going to get the ball back before the half. Carson Wentz going to rush for another 15 yards. He's been huge for us out of the pocket. I love Carson Wentz's mobility and athleticism, particularly on the game. He's going to roll out again right here. I could have possibly threw that up to circle, and I tried to. As you saw, we hit the spin move. The reason he went into a spin move was because I hit circle 1 second too late. We did have him open downfield, but that's okay. We're still driving. We get a big gainer from Jay Ajayi here, but of course, the theme of the NFL season, there is a flag down. Our second flag of the game, and this one was huge. Ajayi had us deep down in field goal range. That's going to bring the play back. And later in the drive, we have a 2nd and 10. We're going to hit Ajayi in the flats here. Looks like a gain of nothing, but he makes a nice move, breaks a tackle, cuts it back up, brings the 3rd down to just a 1-yard gain. That thing makes things way easier. Had an opportunity to just get the first down there. We end up chucking it down the middle. We scored a touchdown here to Nelson Aguilar, but once again, a flag is on the field. I would have easily ran for a first down there, but I figured I had Nelly over the middle, up the seam, and he was there. He was wide open. We had the touchdown, but that's going to be another holding, this time on Brandon Brooks. So with 23 seconds to go, we're going to get pushed back to our own 48 for a 3rd and 11. It's probably our last opportunity here to get a first down. Otherwise, we're going to have to punt at the end of the half. We try and hit Jeffrey over the middle, but it gets deflected down. And I decided, you know what? I trust my defense to not give up a field goal here. We're going to give the Colts an opportunity at the 50 if we don't get this. But we're going to go for it on 4th 11. And Zach Ertz, the security blanket, makes the play across the middle. We are in field goal range. We use our last timeout. And we're going to try and throw the ball up into the end zone here. 14 seconds to go. We're going to chuck one to Jeffrey. He comes down with the ball, but he's out of bounds. So now it's 2nd and 10. We have 9 seconds left. I know I have enough time to throw another one of those Hail Marys. Alshon Jeffrey in the end zone. We're going to try and get single coverage. And we do. Alshon Jeffrey gets single coverage in the end zone. We try and throw a bullet back shoulder, but once again, good D on that one. Breaks the play up. We're going to have to settle for a field goal going into the half. Alshon Jeffrey with 2 opportunities in single coverage in the end zone to give us a big lead. Instead, we go up by 7 into the half. We also get the ball back at the end of the half. We're going to start it with a big play action down the field to Alshon Jeffrey. He makes the play and sheds the tackle. He's going to go all the way. There are no flags on the field. Alshon Jeffrey for 6. Extends the lead. That's a 74-yard touchdown. We're now up by 14, and we're just going to go ahead and skip ahead to our next possession. 4th and 3, we went for it. Didn't get it. Our defense played great in this game. This particular drive, though, obviously we set the Colts up with good field position there, going for it on 4th and 3. The Colts end up driving down, getting into field goal range. And Malcolm Jenkins, for a second I thought it was a touchdown, or a touchback off the interception, but he does not get his left foot down here. He got 1 foot, 1 hand, but he did not get that 2nd foot or knee in, so that he is out of bounds. The interception does not count. 3rd and goal, he tries to hit T.Y. Hilton over the middle. We make a nice user play there to force 4th down. Now I'm going to play as the safety on this one. Rodney McLeod Jr. on 4th down. I thought I had him covered, and as soon as he got behind me, I started cheating up for the slant, and he threw a dot in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. So that was on me. I got beat as the user. Makes it a 17-10 game. It's a 1-possession game, so if we can get in scoring position or put some points on the board, this game's over. Got a big gainer on 1st down there to get it started, And the very next play, Carson Wentz once again gets space to run, gets 11 yards out of it down to the 32-yard line for a first down. Now we're going to come out throwing the ball because why not? Let's pad these stats a little bit. We have people around the league padding stats. My man Dave, Drew Brees, almost 900 passing yards in the first 2 games of the season. We have to compete with Carson Wentz, the player of the week for week 2 of the NFL season. He's going to get an opportunity here to stuff his sheet, but we went ahead and did the complete opposite. Looking to get a chump touchdown, we end up throwing a chump interception, and that's going to give Andrew Luck an opportunity to tie this game. I don't know what I was thinking. I could have just sat on the ball, kicked the field goal, won the game, called it a day. I tried to get fancy, tried to stuff the sheet. Didn't happen, but we do force a 4th down here, and we're going to make a great play with Rodney McLeod. 4th and inches. I went user once again with Rodney McLeod. We got beat on it earlier, but not today. Looking like we're going to take it back to the house until Andrew Luck, of all people, catches up to Rodney McLeod, brings him down at the 3-yard line. Huge user interception there to get the ball back. That's pretty much going to seal the deal. But once again, I decide why not. We're under 30 seconds now. If we lose this game, I'm an absolute moron. But I'm trying to get an extra touchdown for Wentz, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We find the safety net underneath. Zach Ertz bullies into the end zone. That's going to make it a 24-10 game, and that is exactly what the final score would end up being. Sidney Jones is going to pick off Andrew Luck to end the game here, but he cannot run it back, so that is a final score of 24-10. 2 interceptions there down the stretch, and because of that, we got a lot of points to spend on our secondary players. We'll get into that in just a second. The first person we're going to upgrade, though, is going to be the 87 overall superstar, franchise quarterback, future MVP of the NFL, Carson Wentz. We have an opportunity to upgrade his strong arm, field general, scrambler, or West Coast. Personally, I feel like we're going to upgrade his throwing just fine through the training and through his regular progression. I think him being able to run the ground is what makes him super dynamic on the game. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade his scrambler. We're going to spend 1 skill point on his scrambler, and that is going to give him a +1 to throw accuracy mid, +1 to throw accuracy short, and +1 to his throw power. So that's going to allow him to be more effective when he's running around outside the pocket, throwing the ball, extending plays downfield without sacrificing accuracy. The next man up, Jalen Mills, we're going to go ahead and give him a zone upgrade. That gives him a +1 in 5 different categories. And Sidney Jones and Rasul Douglas, we're going to do the same exact thing. Both of these guys, I run a lot of zone with this team, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade the zone on everyone. Sidney Jones gets a +2 to his agility play rec. That's huge. And then Rasul Douglas, once again, we're going to give him a zone upgrade as well. It's going to bring him to a 76 overall now. +1 to his awareness and jumping, and a +3 to his zone coverage. So that worked out well. We are now 2-1, and I decided we're going to make a move. Joe Mixon is going to become a Philadelphia Eagle here. I'm going to go ahead and give up a 2nd-round pick, and that's a lot for a running back. Darren Sproles, not looking to re-sign him next season. He's probably going to retire anyway. I'm going to trade a 2nd-round pick and Darren Sproles for Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is a very fast, dynamic, pass-catching style of running back that we can upgrade. His player progression says that he's going to progress pretty quickly, so we can go ahead, slap him on the team with Jay Ajayi. Probably not going to bring Ajayi back next season. We'll have Joe Mixon there. We can progress him to a little bit of a better running back. He already has good speed, faster than Jay Ajayi. So we're looking forward to get Joe Mixon on the squad for the next episode. If you guys enjoyed, hit that thumbs up down below. Join the Discord server down below as well. I keep the Discord server updated on the Madden franchise. If you want to know about everything that's going on with this bad boy, be in the Discord server for sure. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out of here. Peace.
About this for a while. I actually do. If I were a betting man, I have the Falcons winning this football game. But I'm pumped up. Once they kick off, I don't care about that. It's go Birds.
I get it might not be the easiest football game. It's going to look sloppy. Jason Peters hasn't played. No Alshon Jeffrey. It's going to be a sloppy football game. But I can't head into this game and say the Eagles aren't going to win. I have to change my mindset and say, this is it. We're going to win this football game. It's going to be ugly. But there's no way we can win. Our defense is amazing.